go. See you soon. Alright, ladies and gentlefolk, welcome. This is the Go for StarCraft Quarterfinals Monday Premium Cup. And I am Rifkin, casting today with Nova. Spawning here in the top left corner of the map, though, playing for Alien Invasion, it is Revenged.
And his opponent in the bottom right, playing for Team Dignitas, it's gonna be the Green Zerg, Tefel.
And you know what, I've said it before, I'll say it again, Revenge just has such a fun name to say. I don't know what it is about the word revenge, but it's got something to it when you say it. It's like, Revenge!
Yep, and perhaps you will trigger your first blood?
Well, okay, so basically, the stream's gonna know, but you won't. When a unit dies, I set up a whole nother overlay, so we could swap to for like a second, where we'll play like the original Dota sound guy, where it's like, First Blood! I can't do the sound myself, but you guys will see what I'm talking about here. Now, what I'm a little bit curious about here is what Revenge's game plan is for ZVT. I've seen him play a lot of TVP and a lot of TVT, but I haven't actually seen his TVC too much, so a little curious to see how this game will play out for him. Tefel, though, someone who's been around for God knows how long. He's an excellent player. He plays in Go for StarCrafts. He plays in Zotac Cups. We see him all over the place. I'm not at all shocked to see him once again today in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, not at all.
Now I'm wondering, does the Go for StarCraft Cup, let's check this out. It does show who he beat to get here, so guys, if you haven't been paying attention to the brackets, let me read this out for you. For Tefel to get here to the quarterfinals, he's had to take on players such as Acro and Shenton, however I say that name. I don't know the first one, but Acro is a monstrously good Protoss player, so getting here on best of ones, no small feats. Revenge, of course, on the other side, his day started off fighting Invader, Navi Happy Zerg. So, I mean, if you can take Navi Happy Zerg out, maybe you can take out Tefel with relative ease. And, of course, Biffy prior to this round. So, he has actually fought his share of TVZs already today. He's probably warmed up and ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. But so far, nothing out of the ordinary going on, really. Just your standard StarCraft, man. But what is the craziest cheese you ever seen on this map in a TVZ? Like, have you ever seen something like out of the ordinary, like something totally crazy?
You know, you call it cheese, but the thing that I find so sad to say is a lot of Terran quote-unquote cheese fails. 888 Reapers are no longer as strong as they used to be. 1111 Raxes are shut down by most players like 90% of the time. I mean, it's really, I feel, difficult for a Terran player to cheese. Same for a Zerg. You can't really go for a 6 pool when a Terran player is, well, a Terran player.
Well, yeah, but the cheese also usually relies more on the player who's getting cheese to make a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot less pressure on the person cheesing.
Yeah, like he just does his stuff, and yeah, if the other person does a wrong response to it, then yeah. But yeah.
Oh,
anyway.
This is cool. This is cool. So Revenge has got his Marines over here, guys. You might think, like, why the hell is he sending his Marines? There's no proxies, no anything for a Zerg player to deal with. When you send an Overlord out from the main, typically you'll send it as a path straight along this way to get up to the naturals, or sorry, the main, so you can scout later, but we actually had Tefel take a very odd route. Now this Overlord's still going to go there, it's still going to die if Tefel stays, but Revenge, what is he doing? Okay, he is still looking for that Overlord. He knows it's going to be around here, and sniping an Overlord this early in the game is huge, and I think that's going to be
First Blood.
So cheesy and so good. But that's actually a huge snipe. I mean, you don't want to ever have to spend extra larva on Overlords. Not only is 100 minerals this early in the game very expensive, but the larva count itself on top of that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a huge investment early on. Free snipe for Revenge, smart play in general. Oh,
that's
and
pretty cool.
Armory going down.
There's... Oh, is this going to be a Hellbats? Oh my goodness, this is going to be so dirty and nasty. Hellbats, of course, really good versus Zerg if they don't have static defense, but as TLO, of all people, has shown us time in and time out, one Spore, one Spine, and your Queens are more than enough to shut down Hellbat drops in their tracks.
And also, quick to note, Tefel just dropped down 2 creep tumors. Those 4 marines shut both down. No
Yeah.
cancels. It was just...
This
Yeah.
is actually really intelligent out of Revenge. First off, knowing where the Overlord placement would be, but secondly, getting those creep tumors for nothing. I mean, these are small things that don't seem like a big deal, but they compound quickly, especially in the ZVT matchup. Now, the armory is now completed. We got the reactor actually getting ready for the starboard. So this is going to be double Hellbat drops. This is not just Hellbat drops. This is a double dose of pain. And the Hellions will deny the third base. Oh, poor Tefel.
Yeah, Revenge looking really solid early on. This is excellent textbook play from him.
I don't know, no, but this is actually looking a little bit hairy here, because Tefel, he's not really set up to deal with the Hellbat drops. Now, on one hand, Hellbats are slow. You can actually just pull your drones away from them and walk away if you can snipe that medevac off. The Queen will eventually do it, of course, but not with a boost. And here's that first drop coming out. Second one will be coming out very shortly after.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can just
Oh, shoot.
take the easy route. Yeah.
I think Revenge was supply blocked there a little bit, why we don't have double Hellbat drops coming out. Because he does have double the production now going.
Alright.
Oh man, Tefel, look at this, setting up in the main, or the natural for a big Hellion run by, but that's not what's
Yes,
coming.
He has roaches out and a ton of links.
Alright, well the first Hellbat goes off, but a nice pull out of Tefel will deter this. The medevac is already boosted, so we can't really use the mobility of it to pick up and go somewhere else. Now he is going to sacrifice the Hellbats to get that medevac out alive, I hope. There we go, Hellbat.
Oh, will it? Yeah, there we go. Boost out. But you did see a ton of roaches. Did this alarm him? That's an all-in might be fun.
Well, the thing about the Roaches is, though, while they are very good units, so they can kite on creep, off of creep, they're actually not that great at trading with Hellbats. Hellbats have a ton of damage and they splash, not to mention healable by medevacs, and of course, always picked up in a worst-case scenario.
Yeah. But I don't know if Tefel is really going to be aggressive. I think the roaches are more like for defensive purposes.
Yeah,
Against
absolutely.
these Hellbats.
I mean, well, it wasn't for the Hellbats, it was for the Hellions that I think he thought were coming. I mean, look at the wall-off he created. Tefel was expecting Hellions, not Hellbats, but it is this late in Heart of the Swarm. He could have also been expecting Hellbats, not to say that he wasn't. But we got the medevac split up now, going to drop here in the third base. Get a couple more drones than he did last time. I'd love for him to just pick up and leave, though. And now going to drop in the natural. But there are already Roaches here. Tefel ready to defend.
Oh, and the Hellbats need to be picked up. Doing decent damage. Let's have a quick update on the workers killed. 12 workers killed already, which is not bad.
No, it's not bad, but it's not great for the amount he's invested into this.
That's true.
This one Hellbat might actually get a ton more. Oh, all those drones were clumps. He couldn't quite get that last volley off.
Oh. He could have gotten another shot off on those drones.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for him. A
Let's look
couple of roaches moving forward. Yeah.
Looking back at home, we check out the infrastructure of Revenge. It was a small dedication, but it cost him a lot of units. What does he have to deal with this huge Roach counterattack? So Widowmites in an open spot in the supply depot. Sorry, there's a hiccup coming. I can't fight that, but he's got not enough Marauders. He's throwing down a lot more bunkers out of sheer panic because he doesn't have anything to defend this.
Yeah, the bunker gets busted down. Roach soaking some of the fire.
But
Overseer here helping clearing up.
The Roaches are just going to flood in, and Tefel, he's going to be so happy to just see that his counterattack is going to work. This is a huge investment from him, but it's absolutely going to pay off. No cancel on that bunker either. SCV spam repairing each other, desperately trying to stay alive, but there's just not enough. Pulling more SCVs. 2 Marauders are all that are on the field for Revenge. And I think that's going to be it for game 1. He dropped behind this at the third, but no amount of damage he could cause will make this worth it.
Yeah, too much dedication for a bit too low of a reward from the Hellbats. And the Roaches are just overwhelming Revenge right now, and I think he just has to tap out right there.
I'm a little sad because Revenge had such a strong opening to that game, but there we go, GG.